Atletico Madrid got back to winning ways with a brilliant performance against Unión Deportiva Las Palmas, who they defeated by 2-0. Like in every other game this weekend in La Liga, there was a tribute to all of the victims in Valencia for the terrible floods. On the field of play, the visitors came into this clash on the back of 3 consecutive wins, 2 in La Liga, 1 in the Cup, so brimming with confidence since the arrival of Diego Martinez. But it was all one-way traffic in the first half. Griezmann and Julian Alvarez linking up, and probably the man of the match, what it was, given the MVP award after the game, was that man that provided the cross, and Giuliano Simeone, son of the manager. Las Palmas had a lot of issues playing the ball out from the back. The high press from Antoine Griezmann, consistently winning the ball back for the home side and setting up this opportunity for Pablo Barrios, which was repelled by Silerson. More attacks from the home side. Griezmann ubiquitous everywhere on the field of play, and this was a slight moment of hesitation, perhaps controversy as well, as the ball struck the arm of Scott McKenna. The referee would have a look at the VAR screen. But ultimately, there was a prior infringement, a prior handball, which the Burgos Bengochea showed, meaning that it resulted in a free kick in favour of Las Palmas. Javi Galán was also pretty active down the left-hand side. This cross into a perfect position, but nobody to apply the finishing touch. See the Atletico Madrid attackers forcing Las Palmas to go long, and this would be the only shot they registered on target in the entire game. Fabio Silva linking up brilliantly with Sandro Ramirez, and the Portuguese player's shot batted away by Jano Black. Simple, just 2 or 3 touches, but there's a lot of quality in the Las Palmas attack, and when Fabio Silva and Sandro Ramirez combined, they were capable of causing a headache for the Atletico Madrid defence. Galán's cross nodded down by Giuliano Simeone, and Julian Alvarez, in typical Julian Alvarez fashion, with 3 or 4 players around him, somehow still managed to pull off an attempt. And this would be the wonderful move that led to the first goal. Nahuel Molina with the ball in behind Alex Munoz. It was a very intelligent run from Giuliano Simeone and a composed finish. His first ever goal as an Atletico Madrid player. Celebrated like a true Atletico Madrid fan. But it's that swivel away from Giuliano Simeone and the perfect weight on the ball from Nahuel Molina. Still had a lot to do. It was the icing on the cake to what was a complete performance in defence and also in attack from Simeone Jr. The shirts also showing the club's and the players' support for the people of Valencia. Here, everybody waiting for the referee to blow the whistle. Samulino continues, and his shot takes a wicked deflection into the side netting. See there just how Lino clips the boot off of Viti Rozada. A lot of corners also for Atletico Madrid in the first half. Pablo Barrios looking to finish that one off, but volleying high into the stands. was that dynamic duo down the right-hand side. 8 attacks were registered down that flank for Atletico Madrid in the first half. Simeone, Nahuel Molina. The cross to Antoine Griezmann, the deftest of touches that it came off the crossbar and it didn't spill back into the goal. And that would be the end of the first half at the Riyadh Air Metropolitano. Despite a very good performance from Atletico Madrid, 2 changes made at half-time. Conor Gallagher and Rodrigo de Paul coming on to replace Pablo Barrios in midfield. De Paul was up for it today, threading through a beautiful pass here to Nahuel Molina. It was an unsuspected player to arrive on the scene, and he clips the head of Jasper Cillessen when through on goal here. And this would ultimately put an end to the Dutchman's game. Despite trying to soldier on and continue in the game, a couple of minutes later, Cillessen telling his coaching staff that he wasn't feeling 100%. You can see here that he's still in between the sticks after Griezmann's volley. But obviously these kinds of injuries are to be taken very seriously. What seemed like a slightly innocuous brush to the head of Cillessen ended up with the Dutchman being stretchered off and receiving that applause from the entire stadium. So with Dinko Horkash in goal, the Croatian for Las Palmas, the visitors face the final half an hour of this game, in which the tempo went down somewhat from Atletico Madrid, just preserving their 1-0 lead. More changes made by both sets of managers. Correa and Sorloth coming on to mix up the attack for Atletico Madrid. Javi Munoz coming on for Las Palmas, as well as Ollie McBurney. But still Simeone, who was having one of those days, dropping the shoulder, skipping past Alex Munoz. From this corner, Longley would flick on a header at the near post, and Correa in an offside position couldn't keep the ball in play. Rodrigo de Paul was providing assist after assist. This one just bouncing a little bit too high for Giuliano Simeone. Unable to connect with his Argentinian compatriot. Mika Marmol came on towards the end for Alex Suarez, a straight swap in defence for Las Palmas. He wanted to have a bit more control of the ball coming out from the back with Mika Marmol, but again it was them on the back foot, and a slight disconnect there involving Mika Marmol resulted in Alexander Sorloth scoring the second, which ultimately sealed the game for the home side. A 4th goal this season for Sorloth, who was struggling for confidence, but he took this one ever so well. The ball again with a beautiful ball slicing open the defence. An assured finish from the former Villarreal centre-forward. And the relief from Simeone. Maybe on the one hand because it was finally 2-0, maybe on the other hand because finally Sorloth was finishing off those kinds of chances. And the final substitutions right towards the end of the game with Mata and Manu Fuster coming on for the Islanders. Simeone coming off to a huge ovation towards the end of the game. Witsel and Reinildo just trying to seal the last couple of minutes for Atletico Madrid. It was a very comfortable ending to the game for them. Conor Gallagher showing some strength here, providing the pass for Sorloth, who was not selfish and was aiming to connect with Angel Correa. Correa turning here, as he always does, sharply, acutely, drifting away from Mika Marmolenkoke, who also had a solid display in midfield, would drag that left foot shot wide. That would be the final move in a solid and convincing 2-0 win for Atletico Madrid against Las Palmas.